In this video, I try to beat Terraria using fire weapons only. Any weapon that produces fire will be allowed, however, to make things even harder, I will not be allowed to use weapons that inflict frostburn or the shadow flame effect. Will I be able to take down Moonlord with such limited options? Stay tuned to find out. Alright, time to get started. I have two options for my first weapon, the Wand of Sparking or the Mace. And I know some of you are thinking right now, oh but Necro, the mace isn't a fire weapon, you can't use that. Well, you're right, but combining the mace with 99 torches creates the flaming mace, and that is considered a fire weapon, so yeah. The Wand of Sparking is a much easier weapon to find, so I traveled to the right side of the world. However, there wasn't any chests to be found. I made it all the way to the ocean, and I did find some flippers and a pet, so it wasn't all for nothing. I traveled left this time and found a pyramid. Inside the gold chest had the flying carpet. I would have preferred the sandstorm in a bottle, but as long as it wasn't the Pharaoh vanity set, I was happy. There were quite a few chests on the left side, but after opening them, there was still no Wand of Sparking. Going down the living wood tree, I ended up near the jungle, and you guys know that the jungle is just full of treasures, so I figured I could skip the wand and go straight for the mace. I found so many chests. I got Hermes boots, the magic mirror, and a cloud in a bottle, but still no mace. I also found the flare gun. Yes, it is considered a fire weapon, but I was definitely not going to be using it to kill bosses or even monsters because it only deals 1 damage. My inventory was completely full, so I teleported back home to make a shelter to store some items away. Going down a different path in the jungle, I was finally able to find the Wand of Sparking, which means I can start killing some enemies. I then immediately found another Wand of Sparking, but this one had the Zealous modifier that gives more crit chance, so I'm obviously going to use that instead. I went back to the jungle and did a bit of mining for some ores and life crystals. I crafted the diamond hook, tungsten armor, found a few more life crystals, and then summoned the Eye of Cthulhu. With accessories like Hermes boots, cloud in a bottle, and the flying carpet, it made dodging attacks so much easier. The fight did take some time since the Wand of Sparking is quite weak in damage, but I did defeat it in the end. Now for the next long while, I spent my time finding life crystals to max out my health, and also to find the mace. While I was in the jungle, I got the message saying that the goblin army was about to invade, but I really wanted to find the mace first, so I can defeat the army much faster. But after 2 hours of trying to find it, I gave up and decided to just use the Wand of Sparking, which took forever. After defeating the goblin army, I made some NPC houses and went searching for the goblin tinkerer. After finding him, I purchased rocket boots and the workshop. Since I found the egglet and anklet of the wind, I was able to make lightning boots. I then tried reforging my Wand of Sparking for the mythical modifier, but apparently, after wasting a bunch of money, I figured it wasn't possible to get it on that weapon, or I could have just been really unlucky at that time. Before I fight my second boss, the Eater of Worlds, I really needed to find the mace. After searching for about another 30 minutes, I was finally able to get my hands on one. I then combined it with 99 torches to make the flaming mace, and then reforged it for the godly modifier. Now with this weapon, I made my way to the corruption to summon the boss. With all the life regen objects and potions, I was basically unkillable. I just stayed in one place swinging the mace around while healing from the parts of the boss I killed. After defeating the Eater of Worlds, I made Shadow Armor and the Nightmare Pickaxe. Next up is Skeletron. I made my way to the dungeon, built a couple of platforms, and then talked to the old man to begin the fight. The mace doesn't have a lot of reach to it, so I only attacked with it when Skeletron does its spin attack. After defeating Skeletron, I went down the dungeon and found the Cobalt Shield and the Shadow Key. With the Shadow Key, I'll be able to get my hands on my next couple of weapons, but before that, I mined a bunch of Hellstone to craft Molten Armor and the Volcano Sword, which was a huge upgrade from the Flaming Mace and the Wand of Sparking. After getting Legendary on it, I went back down to Hell to open some Shadow Chests. The first Shadow Chest I opened, I received the Flower of Fire, but as some of you know, I'm not really a fan of this weapon. I ain't trying to be like Mario over here, you feel? The next chest I opened contained the Sun Fury. Now this was the weapon I was looking for. This weapon has really high damage and will even be used against some hard mode bosses. I had leftover Hellstone bars, so I crafted the Imp Staff and also found the Flame Lash that shoots a controllable fireball. I'm all set to fight the Wall of Flesh, so I built a bridge in Hell, killed a demon holding a voodoo doll, and then threw it in some lava to summon the boss. I began using the volcano first to clear out the nearby Hungries while still dealing damage to the boss. Then afterwards I switched to the Sun Fury for a longer reach as the boss gained more speed. After defeating the Wall of Flesh and entering hard mode, I broke demon altars and mined the hard mode ores. After mining enough adamantite, I crafted the adamantite armor. I then went to Hell to kill monsters for a chance to get the Hellfire Yo-Yo, but after spending so much time there, I decided to give up. Instead, I summoned the Destroyer, and the Molten Fury actually did some really good damage. Depending on how I angled my attacks, I could deal up to 700 damage per swing. After defeating the Destroyer, I killed the King Slime until I got the mount from it. Next up are the twins. To deal consistent damage with the Sun Fury, I built a platform that makes it so my weapon will be on the same level as the boss whenever they locked onto me. After the twins, I made hollowed armor. When the next night arrived, I summoned Skeletron Prime, and this boss wasn't anything special. Just like Skeletron, the only time I could get in some good damage was when it did its spin attack. Once I collected Souls of Fright from Skeletron Prime, I can now make my next weapon, the Flamethrower. And it was actually my first time using it. I was so surprised with how they changed it because goddamn this thing looks amazing. The damage output on it was insane too. I tried killing the twins again for more hollowed bars to craft the Ranger helmet to boost my flamethrower damage, but realizing I ran out of gel and time, I let the boss kill me. I then remembered that I had a slime statue that I found from before, so with this I'll be able to sustain my gel for ammo. It's about time I make myself a pair of wings, so I gathered a bunch of souls of night to craft demon wings. I killed the twins, and after getting enough hollow bars, I crafted the ranger helmet. I went to the jungle afterwards and found the Plantera bulb, so I cleared an area with some dynamite to build an arena. Once I finished, I broke the bulb to summon Plantera, and with the flamethrower, this boss stood no chance against me. Right after Plantera, I went straight to fight the golem, and with the flamethrower being able to hit every part of golem, this boss died fairly fast. Opening the treasure bag, I received the heat ray, which will be my very last fire weapon I used to take on Moonlord. I thought about using the daybreak and the solar eruption because they are classified as fire weapons, but I always usually use those weapons in the end, so to change things up, I'll be sticking with the heat ray. Back in the dungeon, I farmed some ectoplasm and a lot of chlorophyte to make this specter armor. I farmed enough materials to make both the specter mask and hood. If I'm ever low on health, I can just use the hood to heal myself, and whenever I want extra damage, I'll have the mask on. I then made my way to the dungeon one last time to fight the lunatic cultist. After defeating the lunatic cultist, I destroyed the celestial pillars to then finally face the final boss, Moonlord. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the fire weapons only challenge. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up, comment down below, and also subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.